And it's really tough to sort of live your life by a label. What
Mm-hmm.
if you wake up tomorrow and you change? I mean, you just can't force yourself to be a vegetarian or a vegan or a,
Yeah.
that's who you've been all your life, right? What if you want to do something different tomorrow?
Hmm.
I think everyone should have that liberty to really.
And I think the biggest thing I've seen, like one person I've seen change their whole stance on this a lot is Z. Like genuinely, I don't know the amount in the last 2 years itself, because that's the only time I've known you. it's, it's, has been like you thinking about, oh, should I quit this, or should I start eating this, or should I leave this? And I know that I like from your voice, I get the whole feeling of you really, really, really like the whole, like you got so excited about tandoori chicken and just like the chicken aspect of it all. And I know that you really miss it, but when you're forcing yourself to not do something, I don't think you're being fair to yourself in that matter either.
Um, so yeah, I mean that's why I love tandoori chicken, but I don't eat it because I am an idiot who thinks. Uh, but if you've eaten tandoori chicken out there, oh my God, send me some photos because I really want to look at some tandoori chicken. Send us some nice photos
uh,
if you've become quite the chef at home, making a lot of
yeah,
stuff,
yeah, right.
cooking a lot of stuff. We love to see that food porn.
The food porn for sure. I mean, there
Dude,
are
so
some.
so what about you? Do you
Uh,
ever think like
uh,
I'll respect your beliefs, and I won't really ask you to really justify them. But all I'll ask is, do you think you would be okay with switching them, or do you think you'd want to be where you are
see,
and you'd really make sure that
I'm
you're
for the time being, I'm happy where I am.
okay?
I mean, I do wonder at times, like, what the other side might be like.
Hmm.
But it hasn't ever enticed me enough to be like, yeah, I want to go for it, or I have to try it, kind of thing.
Okay, I
Like
respect that.
the day I genuinely feel like, no, I have to do it, is, I think, is the day I will actually try it. But for the time being, like, it never come to my head. I'm quite happy, like, trying out things within like this in the whole vegetarian genre, because I used to be very picky as a kid. I used to be very, very, very picky. Like, I ate only like these few items of food, and that was it. Like, there was not going above or below that. Like, it had to be just that. And I think changing that to like where I am now, where I'm so happy to try so many different things. I wanna expand my palate. I wanna eat like all the different things. So at first, like, personally, I'd like to try all these different things within my vegetarian area. Like, as much as we don't want to put a label on it, it is a type of food, right? So, like, when I speak about
Yeah.
the whole vegetarian aspect, like, I first want to try out this whole area, like what all is available within this, and what all can I try here. And the day I'm like, you know what, I do want to experiment with this, and I want to see if I have a taste for it or not, or if I like it or not. That's the day I'll you will be the first to know,
Sure.
Z. Like, I'll tell you, like, dude, I have to do this. Let's go
You gotta let me know, man.
somewhere. We'll definitely. I mean, hopefully by then the lockdown will be over, but we'll go somewhere at that time.
Yeah, we will do that. We will do that, man. And I mean, to all,
uh,
to all of
can you
you
can you
listening
repeat
out
that?
there, I mean,
Can you
also,
repeat that? I think your voice cut off again.
yeah. So to
Uh,
everyone who's listening out there, I also want you to remember, and probably you're like me and you have a hard time justifying what you're eating, or maybe you're coming from a different line of thought. But I really want you to remember that all of these are pretty much man-made, human-made, right? These are labels that sheeples like you and I have come up with, and the only
yeah.
reason why some of them have become pop is because there are a lot of people subscribing to that ideology.
Hmm.
Just remember that you can probably be your own kind of food ideology. If everything else was made by someone like you and just required a crowd to participate in it to validate its existence, I mean, you're free to create your own stuff. Like it really um, doesn't have to be something that beats you too hard over it. I mean, you don't have to spend too many sleepless nights. If you love something, you eat it, and probably you don't love it the next day, and you don't. like at least from where I'm coming from, I don't think it's necessary at all to be who you were yesterday, uh, and be that same person today, and be that same person tomorrow. You, I think you should change. You can change, and that's just me. I mean, don't.
My God, like, dude,
Yeah.
your whole speech right now was cut off so many times because of this bad connection. We really apologize, like, if everything is, kind of muddled here and there
Yeah,
right
I
now.
know, I'm sorry. But you know what? I think what we're using is the app is probably recording stuff from both our ends. So maybe we couldn't hear what the other person was saying, but
Yeah,
hopefully at least the audio file at the end will have everything, right? I think that's a good chance.
I'm hoping that's the case, but
Yeah, otherwise you
today's
missed.
session
Otherwise
today,
you all
yeah.
missed such a philosophical speech. But I think
I mean, I did. I know I
you
did. Like,
did.
it was getting cut off at points. I was like, I don't know what to say now. I
Yeah,
can't.
just like
I'd rather not stop.
waiting that this too shall
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah,
Uh,
I think this was a short. I've said all that I really had. I'm gonna keep you all updated. Maybe if I decide to eat it someday, I will definitely put up photos, and I really won't be ashamed. If I want to eat
yeah.
something, like in a
I mean, you
world like
shouldn't be. At the end of the
yeah,
day, why should you be ashamed of
yeah, right?
like what you want
Because
to eat, right?
if you look at it, my fellow foodie, everything that we do in the world on some level is wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like like if you really try to attach the right and wrong label to it, everything is wrong because everything that you do comes at the cost of something else. Your
At the
life,
yeah. To be fair,
like just the fact that we
we
have
are kind
electricity
of
today, just the fact
yeah.
that we have electricity and internet today, there is somebody who's probably working in a factory on the outskirts of the city to make sure that we got this. So that person's put themselves at the risk of the virus, has traveled to the workplace, and is putting in hard work and is getting tired. That we have this ability. I mean, something as basic as electricity that so many of us don't even think about.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it that way, everything that we do that benefits us usually comes at the cost of sort of taking that benefit away from someone else. So
Hmm.
if everything's wrong, nothing is wrong, right?
Yeah, you sound like Syndrome from Incredibles. Like, if everyone's a superhero, then no one will be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
see,
There
see,
you go. There you go. That's
that's
exactly what I was saying.
that's basically like, yeah. But you know what? That is the case, right? Like, as much as we keep talking about like, oh, this is wrong or that is wrong, at some point or the other, we ourselves are doing something that's wrong, and that's taking something away from someone else. And at this moment, like, we also kind of need to like realize that that's the case. And you know what, like, there are things that will always take precedence in this matter, that okay, there are things we need to stop no matter what, because that kind of area comes up, that like what is wrong is wrong. But when it comes to food, like, why do we have to be like, no, no, you can't do this or you can't do that? Like, let people be themselves, and let like, eat the food you want to eat, and do you kind of thing, right? Like, why does it matter?
True. 100% true. Wow,
And
this was a good one. It feels nice to get that off my chest. But yeah,
yeah, man.
what did all of y'all think, fellow sheeples? If
Yeah, what do you guys have
yeah,
like in your daily dietary preference? Do you think about this topic a lot, or is it something that keeps you up?
yeah, all have you never thought about it, and maybe listening to this
Yeah,
sort of made me ponder a little. And you know what? If you think I'm a hypocrite, feel free to call me out because, like I said, deep down, I know that I am everything you.
the voice cut off
We'll
again.
try to have a mature discussion about it. But if you think my logic is flawed and you have a better perspective, feel free because you know what?
Uh,
We're never too old to learn. Yeah.
yeah, you let us know. Like, we would love to hear what you really like, want to say about this particular topic. And I think the best ways you can reach out to us are through platforms like Instagram, Reddit, Twitter, where you can find us in the by the name of Sheeples People, or the Sheeples Podcast, which is on Reddit. And yeah, like, let us hear your thoughts. We would love to have a proper discussion with you, have like your ideologies, hear you out, and kind of try to learn more from that. And maybe we can teach each other and kind of get each other's perspectives. That's what our community is about, right? At the end of the day.
Exactly. And if you know someone who's struggling with their food preferences, or who was a non-vegetarian and is a vegetarian, whole bunch of other things the other way around, give them the link to this, sort of tag them, and let them know they can listen to this. Maybe listening to that might help them out. Maybe it might show them that what they're thinking is probably a little backward, or
Yeah.
backward in the sense that maybe they're as stuck as I am, and maybe this will help them out. So
Yeah, like
definitely.
if you have if you yourself are having an like dilemma of your own,
Yeah.
like just you can just put this on and think about your own like
Correct.
ideology behind it, like the way we said, like the whole point of looking into what kind of meat is being sold, or what kind of food that you're buying, where does it come from, or what is the source, is
Yeah.
an important way to kind of take that step towards maybe have like not having these animals being treated cruelly, because the less you support the people who are treating them cruelly, like the less that'll happen, and maybe like things can change in that way. It's the smaller things that we can do from our side, right?
Yeah.
If you completely don't want to leave non-vegetarianism in that sense.
Correct. And keep in mind, non-veg is a lazy word. As a
Yeah,
community, come together
it
and
really
come up
is.
with a better freaking word. Like seriously,
Or
what is
rather, let's not
non-veg?
have those labels then.
Oh yeah, sorry. Wow, such an ass. Such an
See,
ass. You let's
the
not have that
hypocrisy
label.
the
The
hypocrisy is
hypocrisy,
strong.
the hip hopcrisy, because there's the
My God. But yeah, anyway, I think this was a good one. I think this is a good place to end it, right?
yeah, and don't forget, Sheeples is a community. And during this time
Uh,
of COVID-19, we're to reach out to people who are probably away from family, or who are home but don't feel quite like it. So keep in mind that the more people you tell about Sheeples, the more people that you're helping out, because loneliness is a bigger pandemic than COVID-19. So, just let people know that they can just tune into a bunch of friends
I
and just,
mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we are all just here for each other, and
yeah,
let's if someone is genuinely lonely, like we would love to just be there and have a chat with them as well. Like if we
yeah,
need
let's
someone to
create a more happy internet, and let's not get too bogged down by conventional media, and let's try
yeah.
to look at this as something that helps us feel better. This certainly helps me, and this is Z signing out. I hope to see everyone very soon. Bye bye.
And this is Foodie Lover signing out, or Foodie Forever signing out.
Foodie lover
Uh,
boy.
yeah. Anyway, but I
Oh
shall
wait, I
sign out
signed
as
out. I
well.
wasn't supposed to say anything. Shh.
Yeah. Oh, see, Z's still here. He's not leaving you guys. See, even I'm not
Bye.
leaving you guys. We should by now.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
should.
it.
Like, these buys have
Bye.
got to. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Oh, sorry, sheeples.
Cheapers. Bye.